Okay. Hi guys. Ah, the weather is hot. Our body doesn't want to collaborate, but the weather is hot. How are you guys doing? Eva, Irene, how are you guys doing today? Like I said, the body doesn't want to collaborate, but the weather is hot and the body doesn't want to collaborate. How are you guys doing today? Alright, so I'm gonna just go ahead and draw the straight line. How are you guys? The straight line up, which is going to be the guideline as well as the shoulder line. All right. So guys, like I said, the weather is hot. The body doesn't want to collaborate. The weather is hot and the body doesn't want to collaborate. Okay guys, so we're going to be doing something a little bit quick and fast. So we're going to be making an underbust corset shirt. All right. So to be able to make what you have on the screen, you'll be needing your bust measurement round, underbust, the bust point, the line where you want it to end. All right. Okay. Okay, and the round waist. I didn't mention that, so you'll be needing that up. So first thing I'm gonna do is, you can see I'm sweating now. I'm really sweating. The weather is hot today. The weather is hot. So first thing I'm gonna do, let's see. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the shoulder measurement divided by 2. I will mark that up. My shoulder measurement is 14. 14 divided by 2 is gonna give me why am I even marking this part here? Shoulder measurement is 14. 14 divided by 2 is gonna give me 7 inch. I was marking 7.5 inch. 7 inch right there. Then I'm going to go ahead and slant it down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope because the shoulder isn't straight. I will slant that up. I'm going to move now to the armhole depth, which is, you can use this 7 inch, or you take round bust and divide it by 6, then you add 1.5 inch to it. So mine is 7 inch. I'm going to go ahead and mark that 7 inch. After that, what I'm going to do is, oh, sorry guys, I forgot. I forgot something. I forgot something, don't worry. Yeah? Normally we're supposed to, it's a shirt. We're supposed to leave space for that shirt. So we're going to go ahead and start from the beginning again. So let me just go ahead, quickly draw. I almost did not, I should have added buttonhole later on, but no, not to waste pattern. Yeah, sorry guys about that. So I'm going to go ahead and start again from the beginning. I'm sweating. What I'm going to do is, I have to go ahead. First of all, I leave my buttonhole because it's going to be having up a button for the shirt. Okay, so I'm going to leave about 1 inch or 1.5 inch from my buttonhole. So I'll start from that 1.5 inch inwards. You can choose to leave 2 inch. You can choose to leave 3 inch. No, 3 inch is too much. So what I'm leaving here is 1.5 inch. 1.5 inch is good for the buttonhole. I'm gonna connect this part up like that. For the buttonhole, This is the only thing I didn't left. That's why I had to change it to the other side. So I'm going to pull this a little bit inward like this. Okay, so from this buttonhole, I'll mark my measurement inward. All right. First thing, you can't hear me. Hi. Ooh, I did not even connect this on. Sorry, can you hear me? So first thing I'm going to do is to go ahead. I'll take my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 14. 14 divided by 2 is going to give me 7. I will mark that up. I'm going to slant it down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope because our shoulder is not straight. I move now to the armhole depth. You can either use this 7 inch or you take round bust divided by 6, then you add 1.5 inch to it. So I'm going to mark that point up. After that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and connect it up like this first of all, and I'm going to connect these points up like that. Now, if you look at it, it's a shirt, okay? So you know that to make a shirt, what normally we do is to use the basic neck depth and the basic neck width. Like I said, if you don't know how to get the basic neck depth and the basic neck width, simply go ahead, you can see the way I'm tired. Simply go ahead and divide round neck by 6, okay? In some cases, you can divide it by 6.28, okay? Depending on the project you're working on. If you're working on a senator wear, senator shirt, on all those things, divide it by 6.28. But if you're making a normal shirt like this one that has collar, divide it by 6. Okay, I will use 3 by 3 inch, but like I said, 3 by 3 inch may not always work for you. So quickly go ahead and divide that up to know what exactly you're going to be using. I'm going to use 3 by 3 inch. I'm going to mark 3 inch here like that. Now connect these points up together. Let me go in by 3 inch. So I'll do it round like that, from this point all the way to here, and from this point all the way to here with a straight line. I'm going to connect my shoulder slope. Okay, after which I've done doing so, the next thing I want to do is to go ahead. I'm going to connect these points up. Okay, I'll connect these points up. Let me first go ahead and do so. You see what I've just got here, right? I'm going to measure up whatever I have from here to here and divide that by 2, which is a 7. Divided by 2 is going to give me 3.5. I'm going to come in here by ½ inch. ½ inch is good to go. I'm going to come on the chest line. I'll put 1/4 of the bust measurement. My round bust is 34. Divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5. I'll connect this point from here to here and from here to here, like this. So I'm gonna place this up like that. If you don't have French curve, you can go ahead and use your free hand. Once I'm done doing so, the next thing we want to do is to go ahead to mark from the shoulder to the under bust. Normally we'll be needing a bust point here, but it is not really necessary. If you check, you'll notice that it's from the shoulder to the under bust. So we'll just go ahead and mark from the shoulder to the under bust. The under bust I'm working with is 13. I'm going to mark that up. Then now the next thing you want to do is to mark the length, which is around the waist. Okay, the half length, normally my half length is 16 inch, but I'll make it a little bit longer. I'm going to mark 18 inch. Yeah, I'll connect it up like this straight line. I'm going to do the same thing here like this. So after which we've done doing so, the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead now to mark up the nipple to nipple. The nipple to nipple I'm working with is 7 inch. 7 divided by 2 is going to give me 3.5. I'll mark that up. I'm going to go ahead and mark these points up. And I'm also going to do the same thing here on the chest line. Remember I said we don't really need the bust point here, right? So after doing so, what I'm going to do is to go ahead and create up my dots. Do we really have a dot here? We don't have a dot. Okay. We don't really have a dot here. The start is, we don't have any dots here. This is nipple to nipple, yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, at this point, like I said, there is no dot right there. It's just a cut that I cut from the nipple to nipple, all right, to make it curvy. So let's forget about this part. I'll go ahead on the waist. I'm gonna put 1/4 of the waist measurement, which is round waist is. I'm checking if you have it. We don't really have it. That so it's just bone. Yeah, there's no joining over. So sorry, this nipple to nipple, you're not going to be needing that, but I will just do this in case I will be needing that up to draw that part. So I'm going to mark, put 1/4 of the waist. Round waist I'm working with is 28 divided by 4 is going to give me 7 inch. Round underbust I'm working with is 30 divided by 4. My brain is not working well today. The weather is too hot. It's 7.5. Yeah, 7.5. 30 divided by 4 is going to give me 7.5. I'm going to go ahead and mark that up. We already marked the bust point. I mean, the round bust divided by 4, okay, which is 38 divided by 4. Gave us, it gave us 8.5, which we marked that point up. I've just connected that part off. Now here comes, and if you really notice, you'll notice that the buttonhole starts just from where the under bust line. The buttonhole starts from the under bust line. So this is what we're going to do. This is the under bust line. Our buttonhole is going to end here. Our buttonhole is going to end here. So what we're going to do is to go ahead. Start from the under bust. Okay, this is the under bust line. What we're going to do is I'm going to come here. I will kind of just go up here. I'm going to go up here. If you check, it is right, it's just a little bit under the under bust. I'm going to go up by 1 inch, okay? 1 inch from the under bust line. I'm going to go down here. It's just the waist here. I'm going to go down, let's just say 1 inch. I want to kind of connect these points up like this to this point, okay? So this is where I will be creating up my dots to make things more easier for you to understand. So we're going to be using a 1/2 inch. I'm going to do just 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch is good to go. I'll connect this up like that with straight line. Like that. I'm going to connect these points up from here to here. You see what I'm going to do, eh? All the way to that point. Yeah, you see what I've just done, right? All the way to this point. Remember I said it starts right from the buttonhole, okay? From this buttonhole, assuming this is the buttonhole here, so we're supposed to connect these points up all the way to that buttonhole here. All right, now we're going to go ahead now and extend this part here. This is our buttonhole, so we'll be extending it up here. The buttonhole, you just fold it in, so you can do it up like that. Let's give it a little bit. I'm gonna go in just a little bit inward to make it up. So you extend this part up here, then this part is gonna go in for the buttonhole, while the other part is gonna just be like this. And then if you check, you'll notice that it has a little bit of gather, and then this part here is kind of, it is not really straight, but it kind of a little bit pointy. It has kind of a triangle. I'm gonna go down from here to here by at least 1 inch. That's what I'm doing. 1 inch. I'm gonna do 1 inch. You can do 1.5 inch, okay? Just to make it a triangle. You can connect it up like this from here, like that. A little bit, it's just a bit of triangles, not so much. Then this dot here, we're going to go ahead and fold it inwards like this. That's why I was saying that it doesn't have any dot allowance, because if you look at the style, you notice that it is just the boning casing that they're placed on it, so they make it a little bit of triangle like this and like this, so that it will be facing the center. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is to go ahead. This is the buttonhole. Remember, this is our buttonhole, which is going to come right there. The buttonhole is going to come right there. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is to cut this up, then we'll spray that up. So remember, the part that we're going to be spraying is just here. We don't need the buttonhole. Remember, we don't need the buttonhole. A little bit of a triangle. And remember that this part here is being cut on folds. There is no, you don't have to separate it. You don't have to separate this part up. You don't have to separate this part up. So you have to cut this part on fold. You see? It's gonna be like this. This is just all for the Ghana part of it. And move this aside. Now, what we're gonna do to this part is just to cut. I'm gonna cut here. Cut here, and I'm gonna cut here. Then what we want to do is just to go ahead and open this up. You're gonna just draw a straight line because we want to be able to spray that up. Yeah, it gather up a little bit, so I'm gonna do this up. Open. Remember, what we're interested in spraying is just this part, just at the underbutt. You gather it up. This is going to be enough, so I hope so. So like I said, what I'm interested in spraying is just this part here, nothing more. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place it up like that. You can do 2 inch, you can do 4 inch, depending on how gathered you want it to be at that part. You see the way I'm sweating? My God, so what I have there is about What I have here is 4 inch. Let me just say 4 inches. I want to see what I have there. Okay, that 4 inch is good because I don't want to cut another piece. So I'm just gonna go ahead and connect this up here. And la chaleur. Mec, il fait chaud là, hein? Les gens vont faire même comment? Je pense comment je vais dormir aujourd'hui parce que la chaleur là, ça me dépasse déjà. Just we have to go and sleep in the fridge today because the way the weather is hot. Let's go and sleep in the fridge today. Is it possible for one to sleep in the fridge? Yeah, good. That weather is hot. Yeah, I must cut the bottom here. Make it fat. Make it fat. Like that. Okay. I'm gonna bring this part up to join it up here. This is where you're going to be creating up the little gather. You create up this gather here. Okay, even this other part, gather them up. You are gathering just this part. Remember, when you are spraying it up, you are not, what we're not interested in spraying is not this part, but this part here. Okay, so that's why I left about some inches. So you just go ahead and gather this up like this. The breast is going to go in right there. Okay, and then this part is going to be joined to this here. Join here like this. Remember, this buttonhole is after which you have added up your buttonhole at this top part. Then you go ahead now, and this part is going to mash up like this. It's going to mash up like this. All right. So for the back, it's quite very easy to understand. Hi. Easy to follow and easy to go. For the back, what we're going to do is just to go ahead and mark shoulder measurement divided by 2. Remember the length we used for the other pattern. Shoulder measurement is 14 divided by 2 is going to give me 7. I'm going to slant it down by 1 inch, which we already did. It's not coming up. I'm going to move now to the armhole depth, which is 7 inch. Then I'll connect it up with the straight line. I don't know, this is my bow marker. It's like it's not giving. Connect this point up. Let's see if this one is going. Okay. Now we'll be marking the neck depth. The neck depth of the back is a normal one. Okay, it's not supposed to be. It's 1.5 inch. Neck width, remember we marked 3 inch, so we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to just go ahead and connect this point up from here to that point, and from here to here. going to measure up whatever I have and divide it by 2, which is 7 divided by 2 is going to give me 3.5. Yeah. For the back, what I normally do is to connect it from here, but I always like to go in by 0.25 to avoid any budging around there. 0.25 only. I'm going to come here, put 1/4 of the bust measurement. Round bust I'm working on is 34 divided by 4 is going to give me 8. A mark and I'll connect just a bit. See, this part is kind of very tiny. You see? Now we'll go ahead now to mark from the shoulder to the bust point, even though we are the under bust, sorry, which is 13. Then we mark the half length, which was 17 inch. Okay, then mark 17 or 18, 17 inch. The back is just as simple as you may think. It's not difficult. No buttonhole allowance. Mark the nipple to nipple, even though we don't need it at the back. It's just there's not that at the back, there's not that at the dress. It's just the boning casing. You place it, it seems like it is a dart, but it is not. So but I'm just going to mark the nipple to nipple, which is 7 divided by 2 is going to give me 3.5. And I think I need to get some bold markers. If you want to create that, you go out by half an inch, but we don't need any that here, like I keep on saying. Then we'll connect it all the way to the chest line, like that. I'm going to put this one too is not coming out there. I don't know. It's not coming out. No. It's not coming out. Tell me that. I'm gonna put my measurement. I'll come at the under bust. I'm gonna put 1/4 of the under bust, which is 30 divided by 4 is gonna give me 7.5. I'll come at the waistline. I'm gonna put 1/4 of the waist divided by 4, which is 28 divided by 4 is gonna give me 7 inch. I'll connect. Okay, if you remember that we did cut up the band of the front, so simply what we'll be needing here, we'll be needing the distance between here to here to be able, so that it should join up at the back. Okay, so making it, this is the point where I'm going to be cutting up my line for the band of the back. Remember to cut up the band. Good. This is the back. Alright, like I said, this side was quite a very simple one. Yeah, and if you remember, I've not added any dart allowance. Like I said, I don't like adding it up, because if I add it up, I realize that I'm instead adding it to one side only. So I always like to add to each piece of the eat. Alright. Okay guys, just cut it up. I'm gonna separate this. This is the band for the back. Now, what I'm going to do is to cut now. You can cut your sleeve. I think I already have I've shown a tutorial here on how to cut a sleeve, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, let's just go ahead. I'll be demonstrating it on this small piece. Let's see what we have there. Yeah, this. I'm cutting my sleeve here, but you cut yours long. Okay, I'm showing you on how to cut a sleeve here, but definitely you have to cut yours long. So I'll be using whatever I have here. Whatever I have, I'm going to manage that up. Okay, so first thing, you want to make sure it's straight here, is straight already. I'm going to go down by the sleeve cap. To get a sleeve cap, what you normally do is by taking round bust divided by 12, then you add half inch to it. Some people may say, you just go down by 4 inch, go down by 5 inch. That 5 inch may not work for you. That 4 inch may not really work for you. So mine is 4 inch. Take round bust divided by 12, then you add half inch to it to know your sleeve cap. I've done several tutorials on my channel on how to do so. God. On how to do so. Let me put it like this. I don't know why it's not coming up. I think I have to get some bold markers. Okay. I'm gonna use this one. So now you want to take round armhole divided by 2. Round armhole divided by 2. You mark that up. Like I said, I'm using this pattern, this paper that I have here. So you're supposed to, I'm showing you what you're supposed to do, but you have to take your round armhole divided by 2. Whatever you have, you go ahead now and mark that point up. And I'm going to go ahead and connect it from here to here like this with a line. After doing so, mark up the center of it. Measure up whatever you have from this point to this point, which is 8 divided by 2. Going to give me 4. I'm going to go up here by 1 inch. Then I'll measure up whatever I have here divided by 2, which is going to give me 2. I'm going to go down by half inch. Now connect these points up. Oh my goodness, Anita. Connect it up from here to here. Then want to bring it up here. And to bring it up here, what we want to do is to come here like this. We're going to go up by 0.25. That's going to be for the back piece. Remember, the back and the front of the sleeve are not always the same. So I'm first of all just going to go ahead and connect this part up from here to here. Then at this point, I'm going to just kind of bring it down like that. This is for the back. Now for the front, go up here. Remember, I went up by 1 inch. Go up by half inch, then bring it up to that point, and don't make it too deep, okay? This is for the back. This one in here is for the front, and why this one is for the back. Now you want to measure put the length of the sleeve, your desired length. What I'm working here is 10 inch. It's normal shorts. I'm gonna connect. Then now you take your wrist, you add it there, divide it by 2. Okay, I'm just giving you an example on how to go about making up a sleeve, because I know some of you will come and start complaining. You did not show us on how to go about the sleeve now. This is just it. You see, this is just it. So I have the back of the sleeve and I have the front. So this time we're going to be cutting that point like that, and like so. I'm going to be cutting the back first, and when I'm done cutting the back of the sleeve first, I'll open and go now and cut the front. Remember, the front of the sleeve is always deeper than the back, okay? So now you'll be able to go ahead and do your sleeve. This is for the front, and here is for the back. So I hope you already know on how to go about making your sleeve. Now We have collar. We're going to be creating up the collar stand and the collar. Okay, I already have a straight line right there. I have a straight line right here, which is going to be the guide point for now. Let me reconnect that straight line. So I already have my straight line. The next thing you want to do is to measure the round neck you're going to be making the collar for. So I zoom in that my round neck is 15. We are assuming that this part is being folded, okay? So take that 15 divided by 2, which is going to give me 7.5. Like this, we can just do it up like this. All right, that's what I mean. So assuming that this part is being folded into 2, I'm going to go ahead and take that 15 divided by 2 is going to give me 7.5. I'm going to mark that 7.5. I'll mark that 7.5. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up. This is for the collar stand. I'm going to go up by 1 inch. I'm going to come here and go up by 1 inch. I'll connect it up with straight line. Then I'm going to come here and do it up like that. Now, this is what we're going to do. I'm just going to go ahead now and measure up whatever I have. Remember, this is being folded though, which is going to give me 7.5 divided by 2 is going to give me 3.075, which is here to mark out the center. Then now from that center, I'm going to go up here by 0.25, only 0.25. Connect it up to that point, all right, like that. I'm searching for the pointy part of this. All right, and then this part we're going to go ahead and curve it. Use your yingling. I used to have one tiny. Where is that? Curve it up. I have to curve it facing the downward part of it. Let me show you the easiest way to do so. So what you want to do at this point is to go in. Some people go in by 1 inch, but I'm going to do 3/4 inch, closer to 1 inch, but not 1 inch. So we're going to do. Alright, give me that curve. You see what I've just done there, right? Now let's go ahead. We're going to go for the collar itself. You want to choose how big you want it to be. I'm going to be doing 2 inch. Then I'll come here and do 2 inch. 2 inch. Now check. We are connecting this part up like that with a straight line. Remember, I've done 2 inch for the collar itself, 2 inch. I'm gonna go ahead and connect this part up like this. Now, what we want to do at this point up, I hope you're following up what I'm doing here. So what we're gonna do at this point, I'm gonna go out by 1 inch. Connect it all the way to that point, to that 1 inch I went out. Then we connect it all the way to this point up here. You see what I've just done, right? Tick, 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 tick. Right? So, hi. I don't know the type of language you guys are writing, but so this is my collar, and this is the collar stand. So what we are going to do is just to go ahead and cut that up. I'm cutting this into 2, but if you want, you just go ahead and separate them up. I'm cutting this one piece, but if you want, you go ahead and separate them up. Just separate them from the center. But make sure that when you are actually joining this part up, you have to add up your allowance to it, your sewing allowance. Remember, this part you're going to cut it on fold. This part here, you have to cut it on fold so that you have one full pattern for yourself. Okay, I'm done. Today you can see my eyes, I'm feeling sleepy. So here we have our sleeve. I did show you on how to cut your sleeve. I did show you on how to make your collar, and voila, your top. You have the front and the back of the top. In the front, and here is the back of the top. So I hope you've learned something today. I hope you learned something today. Thank you so much, Vida. Thank you so much. I hope you've learned something today. Hoping to see you guys tomorrow. Stay cool. Cheers. I'm going to continue working on something. I need to fix. My weather is hot. That weather is hot. When I say the weather is hot, the weather is hot. Oh my goodness. That weather is hot. Chineke me ogine. Ha. Guys, the weather is hot. I need to fix up something. The clothes are made. Hoping to do 1 or 2 arrangements. I have to fix my iron. Because, por favor, no puedo ya. Ya no puedo más. Con ese tiempo caliente. Ya no puedo más. Con ese tiempo. Oh my goodness. Guys, this is a hot. Guys, I'm done with that one, so I'm going to continue with the other thing I was doing.